And as Chester and Michaela have been saying all morning, the wind is going to be really blowing today, which means power outages could become a big issue. We just checked in with Dominion Energy and Pepco, and we are starting to see a small handful of outages early already. Matt Gregory joins us now this morning from Northern Virginia utility Dominion Energy to see how they are preparing for this weather. Matt, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Allison. I mean, you were just talking about it right there. You know, when we think about winter weather, obviously the snow and the blizzard-like conditions, that causes power outages, but you don't think about it, but the icing as well as the high winds or the strong winds, that can do it as well, and that's why Dominion Energy says they're pretty well prepared for the power outages coming up, that they anticipate any disruptions in service they'll be able to handle. So let's take you through kind of what they're eyeing right now, because we're here as they're starting to come into work right now, the utility workers. Dominion Energy says one of the things that you may not think about is that the strong wind gusts that could be up to, as you heard Chester talk about, you know, past the teens in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Those gusts can affect power outages because they'll knock over limbs onto all sorts of different power lines, things like that. They're also saying when it comes to staffing, Dominion Energy says they're pretty well, you know, positioned across Virginia and North Carolina in strategic areas to deal with any potential outages to make sure they're not as long as, you know, they could be. Now, those shifts start right about now around 6:30. They're not doing those 12-hour shifts quite yet, but it's starting right about now. And Dominion Energy did want us to remind you that if you're a Virginian and you download their app, it will help to report potential outages. Now, let's say you do experience a power outage, though. As these temperatures drop well below freezing, here are some tips you can have to stay warm. First, close off rooms so you don't waste heat. Closing curtains or blinds actually keeps heat in, and towels or rags shoved under doors can do the same. Now, here's the obvious one. Wear several loose clothing layers and eat food. It'll give your body energy. Yeah, and so today, around 6:30, just a couple minutes ago, that's when the crews started to come in to begin those shifts, and they'll be monitoring throughout the morning. You're seeing kind of the ramp up of the weather. When we were here a little bit ago, about an hour ago, no rain, a little bit of the misting, and now we've got a little bit of drops here. So as the system comes in, it's also getting colder, and that's why they're here. We're getting ready to be prepared for just about anything that's thrown their way. We'll have more, by the way, updates on the conditions in Virginia and the power conditions as well throughout the morning on our app and on WSA9.com. But for now, in Springfield, Virginia, I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
All right, Matt, what's coming down there? Is that just rain, or is it making a noise when it hits your umbrella?
It's making a noise when it's the umbrella, but it's just rain. I mean, it's been like a mist, and then it was coming down to this. In fact, I probably don't even need this umbrella. I just don't want to get wet right now.
Who does?
It's one of those things I'm kind of interested in. It's just kind of, yeah, right?
Matt,
so yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Okay. We're going to see the turnover soon.
Yeah. All right. Stay warm out there and stay dry. All right.